It's Tee Tuesday. I'm here in the batter's box. If you've been watching me a little bit, you know that I developed this space so we can come here and really get down and dirty on the hitting, create an everyday routine. So I put out 2 plates today. I have these here specifically so we can start envisioning how the contact area works. And not many people talk about the contact area, but for me, the #1 way to develop the contact area is to work off the tee. Now, what is the contact area? The contact area is a space where you can get your bat behind the ball and hit it hard from the deepest part of your swing all the way out to the front part of your swing. If that ball's outside, you have a contact area that will drive the ball to opposite field, drive the ball between the second baseman and the pitcher, drive the ball into left field gap. In the big leagues, there's guys who take this pitch and hit it out over the left fielder's head because they have some extension in their contact area and they understand that. Now, developing the contact area is vital and use less than what would be optimal, in my opinion, because so many of us are working really hard on staying inside the ball, making sure that we don't allow our hitters to roll over. We don't allow our hitters to extend too far out front. We don't allow our hitters to get out front and have bad timing. So we work really hard on letting the ball get deep, staying inside of it, and hitting it, which is a great idea. If you watch Big League Baseball, what you'll see is the majority of those guys hit the ball out front when they're going to opposite field. They hit the ball out front when they're going to center field, and they hit the ball out front when they're going to pull side. So don't get too carried away with training your hitters on hitting the balls back here because you saw Tony Gwynn in the video say, hey, I get in there and I hit a ball right here into the side cage. Although Tony Gwynn did say that, and Tony Gwynn did do that, if you go back and watch his clips of hitting, he hit balls to opposite field out front of his body with his hands forward and hit them the other way. He didn't let balls get back here routinely and hit them from behind his belly button to opposite field. So we put these 2 plates out here so you can understand that when you get into your stance, you take a ball on the outside part of the plate and you get into your stance and you do your stride, that you're going to hit from here forward through the opposite side. Now, can you hit a ball deeper than that? Sure you can. Will it be fair? Sure it will. Here's what becomes important. If this is the back third of your swing, you also need to train, and I say swing meaning contact area, the back third of your contact area from here to the ball. You also need to train from the ball forward to the middle part of your contact area, which is off the pitcher's forehead, right? And once we've developed that part, we also need to train from here forward, which could be into the seats if we hit it just right. So our goal isn't to just say, hey, I can hit a ball back here, and if I don't hit it here, then I roll over like every coach says. I can hit a ball just here in the middle. If I don't hit it here, then I roll over like every coach says. But it's to understand that I can hit a ball back here really hard, and I can stay through it and hit it really hard right here, and I can stay through it and hit it really hard out here. And then I've trained my swing to be long through the contact area. We can get to it from here in the middle forward, then we've created a swing that stays long through the ball. I like to tell my guys, let's try to be 36 balls in our contact area. Let's try to create an area that's 36 balls deep. So if we get on it here, we have 36 balls we can hit really hard, which means we increase our timing. We have better timing because we understand that we may show up to a spot where the tee is with bad timing. We're not perfectly to hit it here, but we stay on the right plane and we drive it here instead. Or we got there, the ball beat us to the spot and we got behind it and we drove it through anyway because we understand we're creating a contact area. Now, can the contact area be perfect? No. Balls come in on different planes. They do different things. But we can start creating a mindset that creates a contact area and learn how to hit on those planes based on what we see and the cues that are given to us by the pitcher. Developing your contact area is so big because I believe if you just train this 30%, then the chance of you getting into this 30% that's deep in the zone, which is where most people train, getting to that 30% 100% of the time is 0. But if we can go from we train this 30% to we train this 67%, guess what that is? That's 67%. Doesn't really mean much, but the chances of you getting into that second part becomes greater because you've learned it. And if we train the last third of it, then we have a larger area to hit the ball and more chances to get into that area because we're trying to and because accidents do happen. So understand and start to really train on hitting the ball deep in the contact area as well as out in front of the contact area, knowing where your contact area is and how you're trying to get to it. When you take a ball that's outside and you hit it out front, you're going to pull it. If you take a ball that's in the middle of your contact area and you hit it out on the outside of the ball, you're going to pull it. You take a ball that's deep and you get around it, like nobody wants you to do, you're going to pull it. If you stay from the inside out and swing forward, that ball goes other way up the middle. The middle goes middle or other way. And the front of the contact area goes pull side. It's okay to pull balls away as long as you swing through it properly. It's not okay to swing away from it or turn away from it and pull it. It's not okay to cast and pull it, but it's okay to get behind it, swing at it hard, and catch it out front and demolish it. Always working hard on all these areas. And I think the two plates gives people a really good feel of, I don't necessarily just hit the ball over this plate. I hit the ball out here as well, and I have to learn how. When we get rid of this and people only talk about hitting in the back part of the contact area, we're limiting our hitters from developing a full contact area that makes them dangerous. If we're going to only pitch a guy away because all he can do is hit a ball over here, then we can defend over here. But if he can take that ball that's away and get through it, or he can swing at a fastball away and stay on it when it's a slider, hit it out here like you've seen A-Rod do a million times and be like, whoop, then he's dangerous. We can be dangerous hitters by training properly. When in doubt, hit it out.